made millions and millions of dollars. Let's say you take a user, right? Let's call them user A, and they're worth now $100 million. Let's just say they have $100 million worth of liquid money, right? It's not even staked. You don't need to sell $100 million at one point in time. That's retarded. Why would you sell your entire liquid stack at one singular point in time? Why not sell, like, okay, you have 100 million. Well, you could sell maybe 1%, take $1 million out and let $99 million grow in the market, right? And then when it's worth $1 billion, you could sell, like a very small percentage and be able to take out so much value later on. So to just dump your whole bag and then market it and broadcast it all over Twitter about, look at all this cool stuff I got. I mean, it's just, why? It's foolish.
It doesn't make any sense because, like, if you just took your example at 1%, take 1%, which is $1 million, take that over a month. That means that you could dump what, 35,000 a day and just do it as a limit and set the floor to protect the price instead of actually doing something else with it. And do you really need to make more than $35,000 a day? No, you don't. You don't. Especially when you realize what you're getting in the future. So if 35 grand a day is pretty good in my book. You don't need to do it all at once. And then you deny yourself the slippage. It really is.
But that's exactly right. It's the case in point was this guy this morning and just dumped 20 some million flat out. And I'm like, again, everybody is welcome to take profits or whatever, but
into stables, do
it in a sensible manner. Like, don't market dump 20 million in coins. You can just as easily, set a limit order for, I don't know, 250,000 hex, multiple limit orders, and let the price come to you, especially since the liquidity, has been removed, to the upside. So we were moving in the right direction. If you just, staggered orders for, according to this guy's account, he had millions of hex. So put like 250,000 here, then a step up, put another 250,000. Instead, just all at once, wreck the price, pay the slippage, and you hurt yourself. It just, behavior like that doesn't make any sense. And of course, the community gets, their recent rally just trampled on because of the foolish behavior of that. Again, I'm not opposed to selling ever, but I mean, this asset is a little bit different into, you have the luxury of scaling out and setting up a ladder and, being, I guess, responsible, for your own bags in a sense, because if you dump the price and, you're kind of dumping on yourself. If you wreck a price chart, this guy's going to sell another 48 or 49 million, whatever it is. But instead of letting the chart, do its thing and sell a little bit at a time and perhaps sell just a little bit more for a little bit more on the way up, he just totally just, went nuclear and wrecked it. And now I'm sure he's going to sell if the pattern holds within the next 2 weeks, he'll do it again.
I mean, the easiest way to correlate it is like, so, I build games, big, annoying things that I put hundreds of thousands of hours to build. Someone can buy a game for $60 and then think that they're a critic because they bought something for a limited amount of money. And now they think because they paid that thing that they're like someone going into Qdoba and buying a burrito and then going and yelling at the sous chef or whatever in the back. I mean, there wouldn't be that correlation in between Qdoba and sous chef, but if you think about what you have, you should learn how to use it properly. And just because you bought something doesn't make you a critic. It makes you a customer. Go back to the peanut gallery. If you don't want to learn how to use things correctly, you will be the same people that complain that they bought Bitcoin at $10 and they want to show you the receipts. So they had hundreds of Bitcoin that they bought at $10 and I
then sold it.
Like, yeah, well, I look at them and like, but you knew the game. Why didn't you get back in? Why are you showing me your receipts from 10 years ago? Why did you not buy back in? Why did you not do things responsibly? Even if you fucked up the first time, we all screw up in crypto. It's the boilerplate. This game is not for the faint of heart. You will get screwed. You will get rugged. You will get scammed. And then you will learn quicker, better, before it really matters with more zeros on the end of it. So it's just kind of ludicrous to watch these things. And that's, again, why Richard put those principles of the OA involved is to counter protect all of these things long before they happened. It's just crazy to watch, but I would rather than be shaken out early. Yes, that's annoying for us in the interim, but let's roll back to big payday, which was not that long ago. And what's happened since then? Nuts. Absolutely nuts. We just got to get to this next legged cycle, right?
And I think that will be pulse chain.